myself from Zero to Code. In last video, we have seen about we have started with data binding concepts. In that, we have seen interpolation and property binding. Do check out that video if you have not seen it. So let's today start with event binding and two-way binding, so that we'll complete the data binding concepts in Angular. So let's start with this. So first one is event binding. Okay, event binding. In that first one we are going to see about click event. Okay, for click event, basically you all know that it may be in a button. So now I'm going to use mat button here. I'll give something like click me. Here I will have a event binding, which is click event handle click. Okay, so inside this, every time you want to pass an event, in this only you will get whatever the data is that you will get inside this event only. So this event you need to declare in the TS file. Okay, here we will fetch the event here also. Here you need to give S. Okay, package has been installed properly. Here you will have a mat button in the import. It's not getting imported. Okay, there was a small issue with the import. So first we need to import the Angular material things. Okay, after that, since it is a standalone component, you need to import the mat button module in the imports. Okay, make sure that this standalone is true in your component, and after that, we need to have the button in this format. Okay, now we will see the output. Parrot event localhost. Okay, here it is showing us click me. Why it is in green color means button. I think I have given here as green color. Okay, since I have given to it to another button. So now it is click me. Okay, we'll check the inspect console whether we are getting the event when we trigger this button. So we are getting here. Okay, this is a click event. Here, if you see, it has mentioned the type as click event. Okay, next next event binding we are going to see is input event. Not data, it can be input. Okay, input event get input value of event. Okay, for every event binding you need to pass the event. Okay, here now we are going to have this in the TS file. Event will have constant val equal to event dot data as target. So event dot target as HTML element. Okay, we are going to have this one. So we will print it as the HTML element. Okay, save all and check the output. Okay, I think I have missed one thing. It is dot value. Okay, first we'll print this one, then we'll go for the bindings. Okay, uh, where it went. It's even showing an error. For example, I'll type from 0 to code. Okay, you are receiving the value here. Okay, okay, the next thing you're going to see is key up event in event binding. Key up, key up. Okay, um, key up is triggered when the key is released. Okay, for example, if you are pressing on any key in the keyboard, for example shift key, When the key is released, it will trigger an event. Okay, so we are going to see that one now. Here the event should be, can you able to guess it? Event should be even keyboard event. Okay, since we are going to play with the keyboard. Okay, we need to declare the type. It should be event. Okay. Okay. Now here we are going to print the event. Okay. Same wise we are going to do it for the key down also. Let's copy paste the same thing and mention here as key down. Here also key down. Key down is the event that happen when you press the key. For example, if you press the control key in the keyboard, it will trigger an event. Okay. We'll also have this console here. It's key down. Okay. To differentiate it, let me give something in the console to identify it. Okay. This is for the input. Let me give the label here for the input fields. For this one, I have given the placeholder as input binding. For this one, we will give the placeholder as key up binding, and for this one, we will give key down binding. Okay. Now we will be able to differentiate the input fields over here. Okay, now this I'm going to check for the key up. I'm clicking one key here. So it is happening when I release the key only. I have clicked on the control key here. It is happening when I click now, but when I release, it is happening. Okay. Now for key down binding, I'm clicking on shift key. While I click, while I touch itself, it's happening. We are going to see is mat form field, which needs forms module. Inside the form, we are going to have a submit event, which is going to happen when you submit the form. Okay. On submit of, here you are going to pass the event. Then we are going to have the mat form field here. Okay, we'll take it from this one itself. Mat form field and label we want. Okay, I'll copy the whole thing here and I will paste it. So we don't want the if condition here, and the button should be outside the mat form field. Here we are not going to use any icon. Instead we are going to use submit button. Click should happen when, okay, click also we don't want it. Okay, and then that's it we have. We'll check this now. Okay, some error is showing. Let me check it. For the button, we will give color equal to primary, which we already have in Angular materials. If you see here, visit this website, you can see a lot of button content here. Let me search it. Okay. So the submit button is primary, and this is the thing which we bind to the ng model. It's nothing but I already have the attribute called value here, which is assigned here in TS file. I have used it somewhere else also. Yeah, for interpolation I have used it. The same thing it is getting binded over here. Okay, so we'll just check whether the submit works or not, whether the event is triggered when we submit the form. Okay, form has been submitted. So the event has been triggered successfully. To see is mouse enter and mouse leave, which is pretty good, easy for us. For example, we will have a div tag. Okay, div tag. I'll have the mouse enter here. Mouse enter. So it should trigger when you hover over the content. Again, here we need to declare the event, or else event also we don't want. Okay, just copy the same thing and have it here. And this is mouse leave. We are gonna have it in the, as usual, same thing. We are gonna have it here. Mouse enter and mouse leave. Okay, I'll just print the console.log of mouse enter is success. Here I'll print console.log of mouse leave is success. Okay, save all and run this one. For the div you can give something like this: mouse enter check, mouse leave check. Okay, so this will be useful when you want to perform some functions when the user hover over something. Okay, it will be useful on that time. Now I'm going to hover on this div. So if you can see, mouse enter is success, mouse leave, mouse enter, mouse leave. Whenever I hover on this one, it's giving that one, that console. Okay, for example, I'll go somewhere here. Now I'm just hovering on the mouse enter and mouse leave I have entered, but when I move my cursor out of this mouse leave check only, mouse leave is getting success. Okay, that's what the thing is. Okay, next, the last event binding we are going to see is change event. Okay, for that we will take some drop down from mat select and mat drop down from the Angular material. Okay, I think yes, mat list item. Let me check for that one. Okay, select. Here we have the mat select. Okay, this one only we are going to implement for the change change event. Now I'm just copy pasting the same thing here. We don't want the h4 tag. Mat form field, mat label. We want mat select. We can provide manually, so we don't want this. Okay, or else we can provide like this also. Let me tell you that one. Mat form field. Okay. Um, okay. Here the same thing they have implemented, but with the hard coded value. Let me check if we want to import something for this one. No, we already have the mat form field. Mat select module we need to import. Okay, at least no one's in the quick fixes are not giving to me. Oh god, something happened with my VS code. Okay, maybe import it manually here in TS file. Mat select module. It's from select. Okay, okay, now here they have given something. We can remove this one. Value also we can remove it. Okay, we'll have it as empty. Now mat select will have the change event. Okay, selection change of, here also we are going to trigger the event. Now the selection change will be here in the TS file. Event, pass the event, and here print the console.log of the item selected has been changed. Okay, print something like this. Before that, if you see here, we don't have anything in the mat option, so we are going to oh, have the for loop. Change the event to any. I'm not sure why it is not having this event. Okay, it's picking only any. I don't know why. Let me check the. Mm, Here also, I think they didn't work out like with the TS file. Okay, anyways, this is the thing I'm getting now. Here, if you see inside country, I have the list. I have clicked this one, Australia. and the console is saying the item selected has been changed, and in mat select change I am having the value as Australia. Okay, so this value only we are binding here the item, the selected item. Okay, till this the event binding is done.
Yeah, the next topic we are going to see is two-way binding. Here, if you see, I have performed few functions here regarding two-way binding. The first one is input field, and we have a ng model. We declared email here. If you see in the TS file, we have declared email as a empty string. Okay. The next one is also regarding email, but we are going to perform few actions like whether we are going to check the field is invalid or not, or whether the field is touched or not. So that regarding to that, we can display the error message here. And the next one is a submit value. Here, if you see, if I enter few things in the okay, I think this is the submit value. I'm entering few things here, and just I'll click on enter key. Now the event has been triggered here. Okay, this is the thing. And the next one is using remat radio button. I have performed few actions. This selected color is binded to the ng model. I'll show you the output here. Okay, now the red color is selected, so I'm getting red here. Green is selected, I'll be getting green here. Okay, so these are the two-way binding concepts. That's all for today. See you in the next video. Bye.